Am I the asshole? Because I disrespected my father-in-law in his own home. My wife and I are currently living with her father temporarily. He is a very fastidious person, which I respect. He likes to devote every Saturday to cleaning. I picked up my oldest child from my ex Friday night. He is 9. My father-in-law wanted him to participate in cleaning the whole house today. I said he didn't need to because he hadn't participated in creating any mess. My father-in-law insisted everyone in the house needs to participate, but I said no, that he needed to unpack and settle in. My father-in-law was very insistent. He said that under his roof he would insist upon his way of doing things. My wife said we need to respect her father and abide by his rules when we are in his house. I said no. I said he can kick me out if he wants, but I make the decisions for my son, and the answer is no. My father-in-law has been furious all day and demanded an apology. I apologized, but I still didn't make my son participate in the cleaning. My wife is upset with me for upsetting her father. I just feel that I make the decisions for my children, regardless of whose home I am in. Does that belief make me an asshole? Cleaning all day seems inappropriate for a 9-year-old's first day in a new space. Or at all. It feels like there should have been a middle path here. Info is your FIL incapable of moderation and compromise. Was the expectation really that a 9-year-old would spend an entire day cleaning? I'm going to go against the grain here and say not the asshole. I think you need to clean, and in the future your son needs to participate in cleaning as well. However, this is his first day at a new place. He's adjusting. I wouldn't put a kid to work immediately at a new home without giving them a chance to settle in first. And as you pointed out, he didn't make the mess. I think he should definitely participate in the Saturday cleaning once he's settled in more, but it is a little wild to have him do it on day one. Not the asshole. He literally just walked in the house. Give the kid a break. It always bothers me that people who insist on cleaning all the time act like it has to be done immediately right when they want to do it. Like, relax. Nothing needs cleaned that badly. Especially if you're doing it every week. Not the asshole, but I think it could have been handled better. You could have compromised and said something like, let someone get settled and he and I will clean up the dishes after dinner, and while he gets settled I'll do blank. Now that being said, I am all for kids doing chores that are age appropriate and especially when they make a mess. But it's pretty weird if you're FIL to expect someone who just arrived there to help clean the house. The kid is there for visitation, not free labor. Info. What is the custody arrangement? Not the asshole. Your FIL was engaged in a primitive dominance display. Your son doesn't deserve to be made a pawn. I understand cleaning and participating. However, I don't feel like it's necessary to make a 9-year-old who is only getting a weekend with his dad to do chores upon arrival. The child should get to relax and have a good time with his dad. I say not the asshole, and I'm a mom who is co-parenting with my son's dad. The stepmom should be more understanding. FIL should be as well. Dad, you're in the right. Your kid, your rules for him. It gaff whose house I am in. If I say no when it comes to my kid, the answer is no. Period. Not the asshole, especially if you have limited time with your son. Do you really want to have him come to see you to spend the entire day cleaning? What a great way to ensure that your son doesn't come back, especially since he didn't make the mess, he wasn't even in the home. I think what you did was right. You are correct. Only you get to make decisions for your child, and I think you should rethink your living situation. It doesn't sound like it's going to be healthy for you or your son. Not the asshole. Your son needs time to adjust to this new place before cleaning. Your father-in-law and Reddit are being very unsympathetic. Not the asshole. It was your first custody day since you moved in. It was a power move, and you set your boundary. Your FIL should set expectations for cleaning, But it's crazy that they expected your 9 years old to do on-depth deep cleaning first day. This may not be where you want to live long term. Sorry. I'm probably going to get downvoted for this, but the 9-year-old does not live in the house. He is a guest. Guests don't clean their host's house. They can clean up after themselves, but cleaning for the same of cleaning because his step-grandfather only cleans 1 day a week despite being fastidious. Not the asshole. You have the right to your child. You can participate in the cleaning and your child can help in cleaning next time. I'm literally flabbergasted by the amount of people saying your FIL is in the right. Not the asshole by any stretch. Your child is 9 and cause absolutely none of the mess. It's one thing to instill chores and a sense of responsibility into your child, and a complete other thing to force your child into a day of deep cleaning in a house that's not his. It will build deep resentment among all of you. I'd seriously debate finding a new place to live if you can. Not the asshole. You stood up for your son, but maybe it's time to exit that living situation since you can't respect the rules of his house. Ntar. If that's your time to spend with your child, it shouldn't be spent cleaning someone else's house. Hopefully you're not living with your FIL for too long. Not the asshole. It's not age appropriate for a child of 9 to spend a full day cleaning. It is good for children to learn to clean and to contribute to the household work, but is also a visiting guest at this juncture. Moving forward, he should help, but his workload should be greatly reduced, to maybe an hour or so. Good luck with this situation. Hopefully you'll be under your own roof soon. Not the asshole. It's your son's first day in, I assume, a new environment. Go you for giving him time to settle in and advocating for him. It's neurotic your FIL is so hell-bent on a 9-year-old cleaning up after others. Regardless of the living situation, that is not your son's responsibility. Not the asshole. The kid is 9 and just visiting for the weekend. Beyond the principle of it, let's be real, how useful is a 3rd grader gonna be at cleaning an entire house? If they spend all day, they're definitely deep cleaning. Having the kid unpack and get settled in is a good compromise because he's getting his stuff and room organized for the weekend while the adults handle the harder things. Sounds like FIL is just on a power trip. What? Making a 9-year-old clean someone else's house when they weren't there to create the mess doesn't teach him anything. He's 9. If it were a weekly chore or doing something thoughtful for Gramps, sure. That would say thank you for housing me, I appreciate you. But picking up after someone to show respect is a power play. Not the asshole. Edit grammar. Keep that old nutbar away from your kid as much as possible and never leave town along him. Your FIL is stuck in the 1950s and will not hesitate to find a reason to assault your kid. You are right, and your wife Phil are wrong. Your son did not create the mess, there's no reason for him to clean it. If I were his mom, I'd be furious that my ex used the time he has his son to put him to work for no reason. If something had happened to the house, it would be one thing, but weekly cleaning is not. Not the asshole. I will never subscribe to the idea that you must do what your Phil says. You are an adult. You decided making your child feel welcome was more important, and I agree your Phil's control issues are his to deal with. In my opinion, it doesn't. I understand why he wants you and your wife to help clean, but your son hasn't been there to contribute to the mess and shouldn't be forced to spend all day cleaning when he literally just got back with you. I don't think not having him help clean is really gonna make that big of a difference. But every day after he's settled in, yes, he should help because now he is there contributing to the messes he makes. But I think maybe FIL should take a step back and realize that he was in the wrong. Not just a huge wrong, but he was wrong. Again, this is just my